Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Yellowstone fans praise underrated character for bad's transformation in latest episode. The latest episode of Yellowstone saw Casey Dutton make some tough decisions, leaving fans to argue that the character is underrated. Yellowstone enthusiasts have been fervently chatting about the last episodes of the hit Paramount Network series, set to wrap up on December 15th. The recent installment received heaps of praise for Casey Dutton's portrayal by Luke Grimes, with fans arguing that his challenging decisions highlight just how underrated he is. In the latest chapters of the 5th season, the Dutton siblings Beth, Kelly Riley, Jamie, Wes Bentley, and Casey have stepped into the limelight, reports the Mirror US. This pivotal shift follows the shock demise of their patriarch John Dutton, played by Kevin Costner, whose exit was hinted at by the actor earlier this year. With the newest episode aired, devotees rushed to X, Twitter, to express their views on the development of Casey, the youngest of the Dutton family. One fan wrote, "Seeing Casey be the main focus in an episode of #Yellowstone was great to see. One of the most underrated characters on the show, and to see him take charge was fantastic." Additionally, they exclaimed, "Casey is a badass. Never thought he would do what he did in this episode. My goodness, was it good. This is the Casey we should have got since season 1. Seeing him be the main focus and taking matters into his own hands is so good. Sick." One fan gushed, "Every season my respect grew for this man, but I fall in love with Casey more and more with each episode this season. Y'all better protect him at all cost. Sick." Another enthusiastic viewer wrote, "Woo boy, this is the Casey I came here to see. Played back that car scene like 6 times. Sick." Referring to a particularly intense moment, one fan observed, "Casey pointing a gun at a child? Damn, he is not f***ing around. Sick." However, not everyone was convinced, with one fan commenting, "Casey going full-on beast mode was cool, although the thing with the guy's daughter was a bit much." On Reddit, a fan posted, "Casey Dutton, he's back." Another user reflected, "Man, I never thought I would see Casey putting a gun to a child's head. But he is in F-it mode and is doing everything he can to protect his family. Sick." One fan agreed, "That last segment was amazing. The darkness that came out in order to protect his family was so real." Meanwhile, another fan argued, "He was indeed savage, even though putting a gun in that poor girl's face kinda was way too much and over the top." Yellowstone airs Sunday nights on Paramount Network, with UK audiences able to stream it the following day on Paramount Yellowstone, a show known for its gripping drama and complex characters. Fans have found themselves captivated by one character's remarkable transformation, one that has long been overlooked by many. While names like John Dutton, Rip Wheeler, and Beth Dutton dominate the conversation, it's the more subtle, often underrated characters who are starting to shine in the latest season. The transformation of one particular character has left fans buzzing and praising the journey, especially as it represents a shift from what many had initially thought was a one-dimensional role to a multifaceted, unpredictable force. Spoilers ahead for anyone not up to date with the latest episode of Yellowstone. The character in question is none other than Jamie Dutton, the Dutton family's troubled, ambitious son who has long struggled to reconcile his personal desires with his loyalty to his family and his father, John. For seasons, Jamie has been the Dutton family's black sheep, a well-intentioned but often misguided individual who could never quite find his place. But in the latest episode, viewers saw a darker side to Jamie, one that brought out praise from a loyal fanbase that had, until recently, written him off as a mere antagonist. Jamie's journey is one of complexity, and for fans who have been with the show from the beginning, his development has always been a slow burn. The shift in Jamie's character in the latest episode, however, took many by surprise, proving that even the most misunderstood of characters can evolve into something much more compelling. In particular, the way Jamie handles situations in this episode reveals a hardened, calculating side of him that had always been lurking beneath the surface. This shift has led fans to praise his bads, recognizing the character as someone who is no longer just the misunderstood son of a powerful family but a figure who may soon rival the most intimidating figures in the show. What sets Jamie apart from the other characters is his deep internal struggle. From the very first season, we've watched him try to gain his father's approval, only to find himself consistently falling short. It's a struggle that, for much of the series, has been marked by mistakes, missteps, and, at times, a tragic naivety. His sense of self-worth has always been tethered to John Dutton's acceptance, yet no matter how hard he tries, he is consistently undermined. But in this recent episode, Jamie finally seems to understand that he doesn't need his father's approval to succeed. The moment that truly caught fans' attention was when Jamie, driven by his growing resentment and desire for power, begins to make strategic decisions that go against the Dutton family's traditional ways. Gone is the boy desperate to prove himself. In his place is a man who, while still scarred by his upbringing, is willing to make choices that reflect his personal ambition, often at the expense of his family. Fans flooded social media with praise for Jamie's evolution, calling this transformation underrated and unexpected. One fan tweeted, "Jamie was always seen as weak, but this season he's showing us his true potential. The bad guy we didn't know we needed." Another user posted, "I've been rooting for Jamie all along, and this episode finally showed me why. He's not just a pawn in the Dutton family drama anymore. He's a player." For many, this shift is a redemption arc of sorts, an acknowledgement that Jamie, despite his flaws, has the capacity for greatness if he can break free from his father's character arc. Also highlights the show's ability to subvert expectations. Viewers had grown accustomed to seeing him as the show's foil, often serving as a contrast to the stoic Rip or the fiercely independent Beth. But by giving Jamie a chance to come into his own, Yellowstone has managed to not only humanize him but elevate him into a role that demands respect. The shift from the obedient son to a ruthless figure willing to make power plays is nothing short of captivating. It's also worth noting that this transformation has sparked debates about what it means to be a bad character on the show. While Jamie's actions may be considered villainous by some, others view them as a necessary step in his evolution. One fan commented, "We've seen enough of John Dutton's stoic leadership and Rip's loyalty. Now we need someone to truly shake things up." Jamie's transformation is what the show needs right now. The shift challenges traditional ideas about morality and loyalty within the Dutton family, inviting fans to question which actions are justified in the pursuit of power and survival. The episode not only focuses on Jamie's personal evolution but also sets the stage for more intense family dynamics. With his newfound sense of power, it's clear that Jamie is no longer content to be a secondary character in the Dutton family drama. Instead, he's positioning himself as a formidable player in the ever-growing battle for control over the Yellowstone ranch. His newfound decisiveness could set the tone for the upcoming episodes, where alliances will be tested and betrayals are inevitable. While Jamie's bad transformation has garnered significant praise, it's also raised questions about the broader implications of his evolution. For fans, the excitement lies in wondering whether this will be the beginning of a darker, more ambitious version of Jamie or if it's merely a temporary shift in his journey. His character's future remains uncertain, but one thing is for sure, his newfound strength will likely change the course of the Dutton family's fate. As fans continue to discuss and speculate about Jamie's next move, many are eager to see how the character's transformation will influence the show's narrative in the future. For years, Jamie was the character no one quite understood, often seen as a weak link in the Dutton dynasty. But with this latest episode, he's proven that even the most underestimated of characters can rise to the occasion, leaving viewers eagerly awaiting what comes next. In conclusion, Jamie Dutton's evolution in the latest Yellowstone episode has certainly not gone unnoticed. While the character had previously been relegated to a supporting role in the story of the Dutton family, he is now positioned as one of the show's most intriguing figures. His transformation from a passive, longing son to a more manipulative and calculating player in the family drama is a testament to the depth of Yellowstone's writing. As fans continue to praise Jamie's bad transformation, it's clear that the character's complexity has finally been recognized, earning him a place among the show's most unforgettable figures.